Here would be very big going into their next games. McFarland, however, leading off. She was 2024 All Big Ten second team.
1-2, cut on and miss for strike three. And Copeland, who struggled yesterday, just one strikeout, two-run shot. Now hitting in the two-hole today, switching with Sammy Woods. And the first pitch is a slow roller to second base. Van Brandt, a nice flip to Josie Bird. Quickly 2 up, 2 down for Copeland in the first.
Yeah, it's a lot like the start that Indiana had with test of the mental side of the game, coming back in after a rough start.
Woods hits that one on the ground to her knees, goes straighter, and the high throw caught by Josie Bird, and that does it for a rapid top of the first. 1-2-3 down
Both sides of the ball.
Here comes the full count offering. Low ball 4, and Copeland wins the battle against Godfrey. Now leads the team with 23 base on balls this year.
Instead of the extra base hits, we'll see how it plays out for them with the leadoff walk.
Here's someone that can beat you with an extra base hit. That's Taylor Minnick. Swings at the first pitch, hits it deep into left center field. McFarland back to the track, to the wall. It's gone. That's better than an extra base hit. That's a 2-run home run from Taylor Minnick. Her 11th long ball of the year, and just like that, it's 2-0 Hoosiers.
So the walk does come back to bite them. Copeland comes around to score on the bomb to left center field.
Came into pinch run. She scored the other one. But Parker was the star of the show. Trying to continue that, does so with a single up the middle.
Indiana jumping on top of Godfrey here early. All three of the first 3 batters reaching base, a walk.
A ton last year, season-ending injury early on, so a senior academically, but athletically still a junior. Hits that one the other way. The second baseman, Runyon, flips it to Lewis. Get 1 out. Up to second goes Parker, who's now game 1. Extended her on-base streak to 18. Trying to get it to 19. Looks like she's not going to do so here. That ball is up in the air, and that is a double play. Woods made the catch and all in one motion stepped on second as Parker was caught sleeping.
Earlier in today's game, the average a bit lower.
Currently sitting at 306, and it'll go down even further as she takes a look at strike 3. Copeland's got her second strikeout. This one looking 4 up, 4 down.
It's exactly due for the Terrapins.
Second baseman hits the first pitch on the ground. Cooper drops it, recovers, fires, and Bird can't quite dig it up at first. Runyon reaches. I was about to say Janae Berry retired the first 6 batters she saw in game 1. Copeland.
She's already all right, getting ready to come up to bat next.
2-2, chopper, that's a fair ball. Straighter, collects, fires, and not in time. Shearer beats it out the infield single on the good old Baltimore chop. And it's flipped the switch, and the bats came alive. 1-2, slow roller. This time it's foul of third.
Cornwell doing a really good job of staying alive. She's fouled off multiple pitches now in this 2-strike count.
Borovac looking for a big blow. 2-2, back to Copeland. She'll go to Parker for 1. The return to first, not in time. Indiana can't quite get the inning-ending double play, but the lead runner is what matters. So the bases in 359 overall. Hitting 286 with runners in scoring position, but does not have a hit with them loaded. Snap throw back to second. Now they have the runner in Cornwell caught between second and third. Van Brandt applies the tag, and the side is retired, and the Hoosiers get out of the jam. A smart had a rough weekend in Columbus a week ago. Hits this one well out to left center field, tracking back to the wall. It's off the top panel. Into second goes Van Brandt. She will pull up there with a leadoff double as the Indiana second baseman ends up on second base. 7th double of the year for the sophomore. Now it's Kinsey Mitchell's turn. The designated player for game 2 goes after the first pitch. It's high in the air. This one will be much more playable for McFarland. She makes the catch. Van Brandt just bluffs on the tag and stays put at second. So a pair of home runs, and all 4 runners that reached came around to score. There's ball 4. Josie Bird works a 1-out walk. Good sign for the freshman who's getting increased playing time.
490.
0-1. 1-1, runners going, and the throw is late. Great heads-up base running by Van Brandt, and Kettleman follows, and just like Godfrey's 2-1 is on the way. Strader, that ball is fair, and there's going to be no play. A perfect bunt. That ball just sat right on the chalk, and Godfrey gives her anything good to hit. 3-1 with one out. Copeland laces that one to right center field. That's a base hit. That'll score 2. To third base goes Strader, and Bree Copeland with a 2-run single. Indiana 2 in the first and now 2 in the second. It's 4-0 Hoosiers.
She does exactly what the Hoosiers needed. Get Salvador. So decorated all around, impressive, has Big Ten records.
Runner going, there goes Copeland. She'll take second without a throw. Copeland on second, Strader on third. Copeland's 2 RBI single gives her 35 RBIs on the year. There's ball 4. So Minnick, a home run and now a walk. Bases are loaded again. And Parker, who had a single back in the first. Booker's 2-2 to Parker. The changeup again. It got Parker. Strike 3. A big second out recorded by the second pitcher in this game for the Terps.
Yeah, that off. Wilkinson, as we mentioned before, transfer from Ohio State.
0-1, that gets past Bean, and scoring is Strader, so the Hoosiers do get that extra run.
Now she's on second base after that pass ball. So something to note with the 3-ball count.
3-1, let's see if Wilkinson does get a strike. She does not, that one misses just low. And the base is reloaded again.
That's full-on effort, but couldn't quite get it.
2-2 again. Swung on and missed strike 3. A big job by Booker. Comes in and
For time, but the pitch was low and inside, so she gets the ball.
3-1 from Copeland. That's low. Ball 4. Leadoff walk for Murphy.
Allowed a home run and got the win.
Something you don't see every day. 1-2 to McFarland, the leadoff hitter. Struck her out.
Yeah, that's some good stuff there. Before, when I was talking about Copeland's stat line, I'm sure Copeland looking to get that one back.
Pitch low in the dirt. To second base goes Murphy, and she's in there in time. The throw from Parker a little tardy. Quicker dirt to run on instead of more muddy. There's another pitch that scurries past Parker. Into third now goes Murphy, so she has picked up a free 120 feet here. It's now just 60 feet away. Annihilated with rain all last week. Lewis works a walk, so a pair of walks in this inning. Sandwiched by a strikeout. Now first and third. On the corners for
Chance with the runners at the corners.
Grounded out to third in the first. Hits that one in the air out to right. Kettleman coming in. She dropped it. Well, they're going to get the out at second in the very end, but a run scores. Murphy touches home. And it's going to go down as a fielder's choice, but that is a full count offering. Outside, that's ball 4. To second base goes Woods. She will stay there. And 3 walks in this inning for Copeland.
Parker able to pull that one in just at the end of her glove.
Philcon offering. Hit on the ground to Cooper. She's got to wait for the runner. Ball gets behind her. A run will score. To third base goes Bean. To second base, well, staying at first, I should say, is Runyon, who reaches and wins the battle. And it just looked like that. So another unearned run for Copeland. That one's hit on the ground. Cooper's got the chance to redeem herself and does just that with the throw to first, which retires the side in the third. But Maryland gets 2 runs back. Not a single hit in the inning, but a pair of errors. Plenty of action on this Monday afternoon. First pitch to Allie Van Brandt, and the third is lined right out to right field. And Shearer, the pitcher in the last game, playing right field here, makes the catch. Quickly, 1 up, 1 down this year. Lines that one over the leaping try of the shortstop Woods and into left center. Cornwell cuts it off, but Kenzie Mitchell has her first hit of the ball game with 1 out. Bird swing, hits that one on the ground. This could be 2. There's 1. The return to first. It's a double play. That's how the inning ends. Booker faces the minimum, in the bottom of the third. Broke the Maryland stolen base record in high school in 2023. Last year, just 17 at-bats. Did score 17 runs as a pinch runner, but she strikes out here. Completely outmatched by Copeland in that at-bat.
Second, she was actually the last at-bat in that inning.
Lines that one over the head of Strader and into left field for a base hit, tailing into foul territory. She's going for two. The throw is bobbled by Van Brandt. And into second base is Borovac. Maryland trying to fight back from down 5-0. First pitch is hit on a one-hopper to Cooper. She'll throw to first. And watch Borovac back to second. Nice play from Alex Cooper. There's a lot of spin on that ball. You don't know if you're going to try and charge it and catch it on the fly.
This 3-1 count and a place to put McFarland might not be in the strike zone.
It is in the zone this time, and it's fouled off. Another full count offering in this game for Maryland. This one is looped again, shallow left field. Cooper going out, Minnick coming in, can't make the play. The throw for Minnick is high over the head of Parker. A run scores. Borovac touches home plate. McFarland gets to second and extends that on base streak to 26 with a bloop single. And just like that, Maryland has turned around a 5-0 deficit and made this a 5 hits, RBIs, and doubles. And that's a 4-pitch walk. Copeland completely pitching around Lewis in that situation. And now it's first and second again. 1-1, that's it on the ground to Cooper. Goes down to a knee, fires to first, and that retires the side in the fourth inning. But the Terrapins get another run closer to tying this game. 1 run on 2 hits, another error for Indiana. They leave 2 on.
And Minnick as the 1-2 hitters after that.
3-1. Strader bounces that one on the ground, backing up his Runyon, fields it, and beats Strader by a step and a half for the first out in the fourth.
So, had the hitters count in game of the doubleheader.
I don't know if someone put a target over there, but someone's aiming for it. Copeland way ahead on the off-speed. Hits it high in the air. The third baseman, Borovac, calls off everybody and sees it into the glove. 2 up.
She had really calmed down this Maryland team, looking to finish out this inning, but she throws the walk.
5-pitch walk for Minnick, her second.
Because she's really good at dropping that in for a strike, too.
1-1, there it is again. Parker rips this one out to center. Going back is McFarland, and she's got it. Took the first step in, but realized she had to backtrack a few steps. Makes the catch, and that does it for Indiana's half of the fourth. Just the third time this season that Benson is coming off the bench. First pitch to Runyon. It's it high in the air out to center. Wilkinson with the shades on. Seeds the ball into the glove. 1 out here in the fifth.
Yeah, before I could talk. A little bit of trouble here for Copeland. The threat of putting 2 free runners on base.
There you go. Back-to-back walks. Should say 2 walks.
Weekend.
Penta trying to come through. The 2-2 is cut on and missed, strike 3. Copeland with a big 5th strikeout in this game, and now 2 down, still 2 on.
Where she was fouling, but fouling off a lot of pitches, but a lot of the Maryland players have been doing that.
Called strike 3 on the 1-2. Borovac can't get another pitch in that AB, as Copeland gets a big strikeout back-to-back on the docket for next weekend, beginning on Friday. Wilkinson lays down a bunt, fielding, throwing, and it's wide to first. Booker, a wild throw to second base goes Wilkinson. Runyon, the second baseman, was covering. That's a really tough throw for a pitcher to make. Booker taps herself on the shoulder, says, "That's my bad." So they say, yes, there was obstruction at first, and Wilkinson is out. So wipe off the leadoff runner in scoring position. A little softball and breakfast. Combination of the two. There's a fly ball into left. Under it is Cornwell. She's got it. And what could have been an inning where Indiana could have added some insurance. Instead, it's 2 up, 2 down. Been playing right field in Mitchell's usual spot defensively. It's that one on the ground to the third baseman, Borovac. The throw across retires the side in the bottom of the 5th. So after a replay review, a leadoff knock from Wilkinson is 2-0. Against the 9-hitter Murphy, who walked and scored a few innings ago. Hits that one on the ground to Van Brent. Easy throw to Bird. One out here in this sixth. Feels like when Copeland has been in control. As McFarland goes the other way, Minnick over towards the corner a little bit and makes the catch. Quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the sixth as Copeland has sat down the last 4 Terrapins and 5 of the last 6. And then outmatched yesterday against Indiana after the rain delay. Janae Berry shut them down in game 1. Copeland trying to shut the door here in game 2. And Lewis draws a 2-out walk. She's been on base 3 times after reaching on an E9 back in the 3rd. Indiana with 4 errors in the field really kept Maryland in this, and walks have also kept the Terps in this. There's another walk, back-to-back base on balls here. I mean, he's got his feet up on the seat in front of him. I mean, just nothing to worry about it. That's a fair ball. Parker throws to first, and that does it in the 6th. So Copeland works in and out of trouble. The Terrapins put 2 more on base.
Grounded into a double play. That walk in the 2nd, grounded into the double play in the 3rd.
Kara Booker's 2-0, hit sharply on a bounce to Borvac, a high throw, but Lewis keeps that left foot on the bag.
If Haberstroh can get on base, look to see if she might be able to steal it. She's got her high school record for stolen bases.
And does just that, right on cue, Ryan. Into left field, off the end of the bat, but that does the trick.
Off speed is being thrown by Booker. Might be tough.
3-1, Copeland swings, hits it in the air, shallow to left. Cornwell coming in, makes the catch on a slide.
That's unbelievably.
Add bonus points at the very end. So now Minnick up with 2 outs. First pitch, Lace, that's a fair ball down the right field line into the corner. Haberstroh, I should say, Strader's hustling around third. She's going to try and score. Minnick's going to third. The throw is late, and it's an RBI triple for Taylor Minnick. And the Hoosiers get that insurance run they've been desperately looking for. It's 6-3.
That's absolutely clutch hit.
Parker singled in the first, hitless in her last 2 tries. First pitch off the glove of Booker, right to the shortstop Woods, and that is an unlucky out for Parker. Much needed from Maryland. The Hoosiers do add that run they've been looking for, an RBI triple from Taylor Minnick.
The offense from Maryland has come through the walks and the errors in this game specifically.
That one on the fist and right to Strader at third base for the first out.
And instead of the walk, it's an easy line out. Single in the 2nd, came all the way to 3rd but didn't score. Grounded out in the 3rd, walked in the 5th, but was then stranded there.
Strikes out swinging here. Parker applies the tag. 2 up, 2 down in the 7th, and the Terrapins are down to their...
The Terrapins' last hope, Penta, transferred over from Auburn, just a sophomore.
Can she keep this one alive? No, she cannot. Strike 3, game over, series over. The Hoosiers break out the broomsticks in Bloomington, and sweep Maryland. They win the final game 6-3.
Just an impressive win for the Hoosiers, fighting through adversity, the adversity that they unfortunately created for themselves with the 4 errors and the walks. But they come back yesterday, and they lead wire to wire in both games today to get the sweep.
Copeland with another complete game under her belt, got 2 RBIs in the field as well. Big thanks to our entire Big Ten Plus crew for working all this Monday morning and afternoon. For Ryan Lepettis, I'm Austin Platt, signing off here. The Hoosiers sweep the Terrapins.